I can't believe it. A mysterious building was found in the deep mountains of Chongqing, China. It stands on a cliff of more than 300 meters. The whole building is made of wood. There is no cement. It is not difficult to see from its appearance that it has been in disrepair for a long time. Many wooden structures have rotted. There are 5-6-meter-long wooden keels at the bottom of the house. And the 5 keels are less than 1 meter long. On the cliff, there were originally 4 wooden sticks supporting the bottom. Due to years of rain erosion, there are only 2 wooden sticks that are about to break. The other 2 have already rotted and fallen off the cliff. The house gives people the feeling that it will fall off the cliff at any time. I don't know which brave master built it and why it was built on this cliff of hundreds of meters. In the Cliff Village, the villagers' lives are a constant challenge and adaptation to the natural environment. This village, located on a towering cliff, is surrounded by steep peaks and deep canyons, making the transportation of daily necessities an extremely difficult task. Every time they transport necessities such as rice, noodles, and oil from the foot of the mountain back home, it is a test of life and death. In the morning, the villagers gathered early to start a day of transportation. The sun has not yet risen, and the faint morning light shines through the mist on the earth, casting a mysterious veil on this remote village. The villagers put the necessities of life into woven bamboo baskets or hang them on their shoulders with long poles, and their communication with each other reveals firm confidence. Although facing difficult challenges, there is a glimmer of hope in their eyes, as if as long as they unite, they can overcome all difficulties. The steel ladder leading to the village is the only passage. It is less than 1 meter wide and hangs on the cliff, with hundreds of meters of abyss below. Every time the villagers step on this shaky steel ladder, their hearts can't help but tighten. The wind whistled, and the steel ladder swayed slightly in the wind, as if mocking the fragility of human beings. Every step needs to be taken carefully, and a slight mistake may lead to tragedy. The villagers' footsteps are light but steady, and they silently pray in their hearts that this passage can safely take them to their destination. During the transportation process, the villagers also used a pulley system to lift the heavy objects through ropes to reduce the burden. On the steep hillside, they manipulated the ropes while adjusting the balance of the heavy objects, and their eyes were always fixed on the swaying bamboo basket. Whenever the bamboo basket was successfully lifted, there would be a sense of accomplishment in their hearts, but once a mistake was made, those daily necessities would instantly disappear, which made people feel terrified. In addition, the villagers often relied on porters to carry their daily necessities on their shoulders and trudged along the rugged mountain road. Each porter carried not only the heavy burden of material, but also the responsibility and hope for the family. They trudged on the muddy road, and although they were exhausted, their hearts were always full of love for life. This road from the foot of the mountain to the top of the mountain bears witness to the villagers' tenacity and perseverance. Although the harsh natural environment makes them feel powerless, it is this hardship that has shaped their unique lifestyle and tenacious will. In the Cliff Village, despite the harsh natural conditions, villagers still ensure their livelihoods through diversified agricultural activities, mainly planting corn, but also planting other crops to increase yields and enrich their diet. First of all, corn planting is the villagers' main agricultural activity. Every spring, villagers use hand tools to reclaim small mounds on steep slopes and sow corn seeds. As the seasons change, they carefully manage, weed, fertilize and irrigate to ensure a good harvest. In the golden autumn season, golden corn ears hang all over the fields, and villagers work together to harvest and store the fruitful results. In addition to corn, villagers also grow sweet potatoes, soybeans and other crops that are resistant to barrenness. Sweet potatoes grow well in the soil of the Cliff Village and have become another important source of food for the villagers. Sweet potatoes are not only nutritious, but also adapt to climate change. Villagers often use sweet potatoes to make various traditional delicacies, enriching the table. Villagers also use limited arable land for small-scale vegetable planting, such as green vegetables, peppers and green onions. These vegetables not only meet the daily needs of the family and increase the diversity of the diet, but can also be traded in the market to increase income. In agricultural activities, the villagers pay attention to cropping and intercropping to maintain the fertility of the soil and the healthy growth of crops. Through scientific planting methods, they gradually mastered agricultural techniques suitable for the local area and improved the yield and quality of crops. In addition, the villagers also used the hillsides next to the village to raise goats and chickens and ducks as a source of meat and eggs. Breeding and planting complement each other, forming a closed-loop ecological agricultural system, making the villagers' lives more self-sufficient. In every busy farming season, the villagers help each other and complete various farming tasks together. This spirit of unity not only enhances the cohesion of the community, but also makes every harvest precious. Whether in the steep fields or in the busy farmhouses under the sun, the agricultural activities in the Cliff Village are full of the breath of life, showing the villagers' indomitable spirit and hope for the future.
you.